Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs. I am back with our plan with me because we will be out of town and we will have camp this next week. So the following Monday looks like we're going to extend our stay and we will be gone. So I am actually just trying to reschedule several things. And it was my sweet husband's idea. We're taking him on a Father's Day getaway and just to go have some fun. So I am going to plan in my planner this week and the next week with you guys. And I'm also excited to use, hold on. I found this August kit from DEK when I did their subscriptions and when I was on their design team. And so I thought this is going to be perfect for our weekend getaway. And then I'm going to save the other part of this for our Florida getaway. So hold on, guys. We are trying to get scheduled to go to Florida. We are going to do a combination of things. So first, we're going to meet up with some at down there, and then we're going to probably go to Epcot or the safari thing in Orlando. Maybe that's on the list. But the number one thing that I want to go do is I want to go see the villages. Yes, it's a retirement community for 55 and older. We are that age. I think there's something to having lots of people in similar situations in life, being neighbors and whatnot. In other words, we're getting ready to consider retirement. And I mean, we've been considering it hard for the last year and trying to decide. And then we were afraid retirement was going to be forced upon us due to some company changes. Praise God, it was not. We still have the decision. And in my opinion, we're 6 years out. In my husband's opinion, we're like 2 to 3. So up to him. He is the worker guy. He's the worker bee. And I need to step back and just pray it through. But I do, because we live on a property, it requires a ton of work. It requires a good knee. It requires all those things. And just for me to walk it is very, very difficult still. Even though everything's getting better and stronger and all that good stuff, I still have to preserve the knee as much as I can until I lose more weight, God willing. You know, my body heals. My body's been in a state of healing for, a few months now. And maybe a little bit from the fall as well, because I was slowly eliminating things from my diet. But I, like yesterday, tried a few things that were keto friendly, and I realized, oh wow, that can add carbs so fast that I have to be so diligent that I have to pay attention. And I hadn't had to pay attention. So I am still ketovore, but I am still working on, what I can take on our trip, what we can enjoy, things like that. So it's a slow process because, see, I have the added issue of severe GI tract issues. And so when I can't eat, I have to, do something that is very, very easy to get down, like a shake of some sort. So I am slowly working on that process. So every bite in my mouth has to count. It can't just be, ooh, I want something sweet, which I very rarely, if ever, want. But I noticed this last week, I had so much I was doing, and I'm letting myself get overly tired. And so I have to be careful of that. So there's a little hint for all of you sweet ladies that focus on your nutrition, don't let yourself get overtired, and or have backups made. So yesterday, I literally made a 3-batch taco soup that's high protein. I made a lot of my keto shakes and put those up. And this morning I got one of them and poured it up in ice trays, and that's going to be ice cream tonight, which means high protein, low carb, tons of nutrition. And then, and I put a little bit that was left in my coffee this morning. Wow, was it stink? I did the chocolate mint, guys. It was crazy good. And then I'm going to go ahead and start, but this I'm going to use for both. But anyway, so, and then I did the So I put some of that up. Yes. And then I'm going to put the sea turtles. Yes, I am. But then I did the, oh gosh, what am I trying to say? Oh, I bought these most fantastic things from Amazon, and it's like a grid, and you push all your hamburger meat down in it, and then you put a lid on it, and you can freeze it that way. It makes hamburger patties. Now mine are like hexagon shaped. I don't care. And then I bought the slider size, and I let it freeze for like an hour or so. Went in, popped them out, put parchment paper in between, and put them in a Ziploc bag. And then I have my second round going. But I literally get a big vat, like big stainless steel bowl I have, and I season it. And I'll season that meat for an hour or two, and I'll use things like coconut aminos. I did use what was left of the little bit of Worcestershire that I have. That has carbs, but I used it up, and it was like 10 pounds of meat. But I only seasoned, I think, 6 pounds, and next time I will probably do 7, because I think 6 or 7 will fit that perfectly. I've got to go back and read. And then if I do 2 rounds, and I may just order a second one and just store it in my fridge and in my freezers in those. They lay flat. They're super easy. They don't take up much space. But we'll see. And then I did the... So I did all that. I cooked the meat for the taco soup, and then I also made additional taco meat, and I put that up in my Zwilling glass containers for 1 to 2 meals in each one. And then I also made egg bite loaves. So like when we go to Starbucks and you get egg bites, I love Starbucks egg bites, but they are so high in carbohydrates, and I really just don't know how clean they are. So I made my own. Mine do have some carbs because I used cottage cheese, I used goat cheese, and I used Parmesan. And then I also added, no, I don't think I added yogurt to that. But you can also use cream cheese. And then I added a little bit of peppers and onions. I just chose frozen onions. I was so lazy. I chose the frozen onions from H-E-B or Walmart. And then I chopped up yellow and orange peppers. They're not as acidic. But I will say that the green peppers are much lower in carbs. So I put an order in for those to start stocking in my freezer. But I have probably, 20 of the massive orange and yellow peppers right now that I'm getting ready to spend this week, and I'll be chopping those up and putting those up in the freezer for things like this. When I just decide, I need to go in and make some breakfast, I need to make some, this, that, and the other, and that's where I really need to focus. It is not, I'm going to put this for Thursday, so I will remember to water my garden good and get all that done before we go. But I really am trying to focus on getting things done. I'm going to put this here too for flowers, so I'll remember, like, this will be inside flowers, that'll be outside flowers and plants, because I want to water them the very last moment before we go out of town. But I am also, we are just trying to get as much completed, or me ahead, so that I can make good choices, not bad choices. And I'm being honest, guys. Everybody gets super tired. We all make bad choices. We all, it's just there. And I'm literally ordering, and we'll pick them up Thursday, some things. Oh, I should have put that here. I'm going to save, when I do next week, I'll do that one. We are going to stay in a country type place, though it's on the coast. So anyways, I know we're silly, but we are that. And I may just go ahead and use this one up. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But for me, like, I went ahead because I know my sweet husband and daughter will have tons of garbage, and we will probably take down our smoker, and I will smoke food while we're there. I know I'm going to do fajitas. I know I'm going to take some of this taco soup. I'm going to be putting it up in quart jars and freezing it. And then I'm also going to take down, because they're going to go fishing in the day and I'm going to stay home. So I may take some scrapbooking. I'm going to take something to work on. I'm not sure yet. And then I am going to, take some of these breakfast type casseroles, things like that. So, okay, so I'm going to put this here for Tuesday so I can start thinking about clothes and getting everything ready. And that's that. So, of course, this whole week we have camp. I'm so excited. I will save the rest of these. I wonder if I can do 3. I think I can if I use these goodies. Oh, yeah, I can totally do this for the other trip. So, yep, I'm going to thin it out and do different things. So, all right, now I am going to put this sweet girl on here because I can. And she just kind of reminds me, I grew up on the coast, guys. So, I mean, so if you see her, she has like blonde highlights. I had blonde highlights when I was young, though I am brunette. I did have blonde highlights. Yeah, I know. It's so weird how things change in life. And I'm going to come back through here and just start putting all these good things in. And, but as I aged, as I had every baby, every pregnancy, my hair got darker and darker and darker. Have any of y'all had that happen? I have lots of girlfriends that, that's exactly what happened to them too. So pregnancies do something to the color of your hair. What? I don't know, but it does something to the color of your hair. I am definitely a person that can attest to that. And I'm going to put that there for flowers. And then I'm trying to think what I'm putting here and here. I am not going to be swimming anywhere. Most likely, even if we go down to the beach, if I go down to the beach, I will not be swimming. I just don't swim in the ocean that much anymore. I just don't. So I'm going to put this here, but we will definitely go to the water. I will definitely go see my ocean and see my water and probably see the old haunts for my husband and I. Take our youngest, let her see the places we lived, all of that. I think she sees it every time we go down, but All right, I'm done with this one. I love it. I'm good to go. I am not going to meal plan with you guys because more of what I'm going to do is take a sticky note and make lists for this weekend. So I need my grocery list, and then I'll have if I'm going to take any appliances or anything like that, I will be working on those. So I will double stack that list, and that takes care of that. Now, most likely I will be in the office on Thursday with my husband, but, we'll see. All right, now, and I have not been in months. My youngest has been very gracious. I think she gets things done there, which is good. It gets her a break from having to be here. And so I try to, but I will do one thing. Hold on. I'm sorry I missed. I will do the days of the week. So hang with me, guys. There they are. So I am genuinely excited to go. I love where I grew up. I never wanted to leave it. And neither did my husband even. He wanted to stay there. He became very good at, I tore that. That's okay. I can fix it. He became a very good saltwater fisherman. Now I have to admit, I never liked the fish. I love the shrimp, but I never liked the fish. I don't know why. I just, maybe because when he was really into it, I was very pregnant with our oldest. And I mean, he would come back and say, take my picture. And I would stand out in that hot, very humid, anybody on the Texas coast knows, heat. Well, I was so green with morning sickness that I would literally just be like, oh, yuck. I mean, I literally have a picture of him that I took holding a big string of fish. And I mean, he caught his limit, clearly. And he would fish almost every day if he could have done it. And he pretty much did. I mean, that was his thing. Saltwater fishing became his passion. And so I am thrilled that we are going to do it for his Father's Day weekend. I'd like to go to the church I grew up in, the church we got married in for Sunday morning. We'll see. It just depends. We are staying kind of the opposite of where that is. And I really wanted to stay in some other, like, smaller towns down there. But, you know, he was like, but it's where the fishing is. So we have to stay where he was comfortable and where the fishing is. And so we are actually in the country. And then he already mapped out how long it takes for him to get to his fishing spots, that kind of a thing. So, but we are staying small town, you know, but is it the ones I wanted? Maybe not. I mean, there's one I would really love to stay in. Matter of fact, if we ever moved down there, there's one of two places I would move to, small towns. So anyways, okay, so I'm still keeping my stickies there, but I've got that done. Let's get to the next week, and I will start with the days of the week this time so I won't forget. I used to always do that, and anyways, it's just been a while since I've used the days of the week. I can use, let me see if I can use the dates. Yeah, hold on. Okay, 10, so we're going to go to 11. You know what? I'm going to use the other days of the weeks from the other kit so I don't mess up these. So I'll save those. Okay. I know what I'm going to do. Sorry. Follow my thinking? Never. What am I thinking? Who knows? I may have to just look for those. I may have those in a different spot. I do. So I will come back with those. But you know the days of the week. Yeah. Okay. Anyways. All right. So, but I am super, super excited to go home and see. We have such a history there, my husband and I, that it is such a blessing for us to get to go. And we both know it. I mean, we both know how blessed we are to have had that season there. We both did everything we could to stay there. It was not God's will. And, but we are thankful that we have this history that we can go down and enjoy together. And this is our history. And my husband forgets that when he has a friend who has come down, and, you know, and it's kind of like you need to stop and remember some of these places are our history. They are not just your history, or, you know, and I think for him, that isn't always easy, you know, and everybody has a different way they remember things. But, you know, I had a history before him, but I don't focus on that. I focus on our history to be polite and sensitive, and, you know, we try. But anyway, so, but it is a wonderful place to go, period. It is definitely a vacation destination place for a lot of people, and I'm always thankful when we get the opportunity to go down. And then we come back, and then we have to go work on some stuff for the estate, which does not sound good at all. Nobody wants to do it. It's become kind of a thorn, and it involves timing for others, etc. So we have to be sensitive to that as well. But I may just say, forget it. We're going to spend a little money, and we're going to go get our portion done. And maybe that's what we do. Maybe that's exactly what we do. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I want it off the plate. I want it gone. I want it over with. So that's where we are. Okay. There is that. Alrighty, and I got the days of the week on it. I love that. Now, I just open it back up to see what I want to do, and I think I'm going to go ahead and use some of these, and then I will save the rest. And I may just get a new one, you know, for when we go to Florida. May just get a new kit. Who knows? Okay, so if you don't know, my husband was pointing out there are 2 rockers on that front porch of where we're staying. I mean, it's totally country. So anyways, I'm just like, okay, sure. But it just cracks me up. All right, so I love this. This is Coast Life, and then it gives the months of summer. So I am going to use that, because even though we won't be on the coast all of these months, or even the end of this week, I will be immediately coming home and planning for the next trip. And because that's how I roll. I'm a planner. I plan. I teach planning. That's what I do. So it is just how it is. Okay, I'm going to take me to the beach here because seriously, by the time I get back, that's all I'm going to think of is when can we go back to the beach? How long before we go to the beach? How long before we go on our next trip? How long? And yes, I do think like that. I think like that every time I leave. And I literally, when we get close enough, will roll down the window to smell the air. I know. So, I remember in college when I'd get to go home, I had a friend who would drive me home, and he was so sweet. And I would get close, and I would say, "Can we please go by the water? Can we please go by the water before you take me home?" And because it was on the way to my house, if we took a certain route, and I would roll down my window and smell the ocean, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Smelling the air, man. Can't you smell it in the air? Smell that salt water." So, and yes, I grew up where you can smell the salt water. Not everywhere can you smell the salt water, but you can. Whoops, I dropped something. Okay, I'll get that afterwards. But you can where I grew up. And it was just a big part of my life. I know it's so weird to some people, but it was important. And yeah, I just wanted it to be, it became very hard for me when I went into college and I was a bit inland. Now, we had a 20-minute, if they had put a road in, direct route to the water, but they never did because it went through somebody's private ranch, and they were clearly not going to give that land up, which I understand now. I mean, I'm not going wah, how dare they. I totally get it. We feel the same way about our property. Because the city was planning a road that went right through our property, and we said, absolutely no way. So, but, green, brown, beige. Okay. I just like to keep the order. I know it's probably weird, but anyways, there's brown. But I really, I'd get to college and I'd be so like stifled because I wanted to be by the water. Now, does that still happen to me? Yes. If I let my mind go there, I can feel like that every day. I try not to ever think about that, but be thankful for what I had as a child. I'm throwing that away. And there is something about growing up next to the ocean, to the water. I mean, and I've had people correct me and say, well, you grew up by a bay. And it's like, yes, I did. And it was gorgeous, and it was beautiful, and it was all those things. And yeah, that's exactly where I grew up. And I'm short one, so I'm going to add in one of these glitter headers. Aren't they pretty? So I just genuinely love when I get down there that I can get to the water. I can smell that ocean air. I can focus on whatever it is I'm trying to work on at that time and just be happy, you know. And I think we have to find that joy in the journey. I really do. And I think that we all just need to, you know, enjoy what we've been given. And so I enjoy our property here. I am very thankful for it. I enjoy how we live here on our little homestead. And it is a little homestead. It's not as working as it used to be because it's just my husband and I and our youngest. You know, I got to be fair. That's not always her thing. Okay, I am not going to use that one. Sorry. I'm going to go smaller. But it is something that, and I'm just going to, I don't care if I cover that up because I know what it is. I see it every week. And if I need to, I can go look at, you know, if I need to look ahead and remind myself what it says, I can. But it is important for us to, I'm putting these down because I have to focus on weightlifting. It is something that my body needs, and it needs it to heal, and I have to work on my core because of all the back issues and the neck and everything else. And literally, I dropped something last night, hit my elbow, in such a way that it had a dent in it. And I thought, I've broken it. And praise God I had not. But 3 hours later, I could still feel the pain in my hand. So I recognized that in order for my body to recover quicker, I need to be exercising, weightlifting, all those things, because your body it just heals better. And so, and I know that from when I was young. And my husband just keeps saying over and over, you know, I was always so shocked how strong you were when we first met. And I was like, well, of course I was. We used to eat only meat and a little bit of salad and baked potato. We ate it every day. I used to lift feed sacks. You know, I carried 250-pound feed sacks up an incline, a really steep driveway incline into the back, you know, past the house into the back. And it was a long, kind of huge ranch thing, rambler with like sections, you know, literally sections to the home. And so, yeah, I mean, that's what I did. And so I need to get back to that. I really, really do. I'm trying to decide. I know I'm not going to go swimming, so I'm going to save these for Florida. All right, now, so I think I'm going to use a little bit of these. But I am excited to get to go and do and be thankful for it, and you know, and then come back and focus on getting healthier and more active. And I think there's a walking area around this. Our neighbors have, they just have a season of crazy dogs. Plus they have, and our neighbors are a bit away, but there's a road that divides our properties, and they have some not good traffic on it. Let me just leave it there. Okay. Can be dangerous. And I have no desire to go be dangerous at all. I have no desire to be around any of that. I have no desire at all. So I am going to not, I am going to not be that one on that road and get myself in a bind and it be not a good result. And I know for some people, you're probably thinking, what in the world is she talking about? Just trust me. There's some places with some neighbors you just don't need to be. And that is one of those things that I am recognizing right now, that I would love to go walk our road. Our property is too uneven to walk it for me because of my knee, but I can walk the driveway, and that I will do. And that's it. But when I get back, that's going to be my goal. My goal is going to be doing lots of walking, lots of focused weightlifting, lots of things like that. And I can only walk as long as my legs will let me walk. And I know that sounds weird, but I have such a bad knee that I have to respect the situation that I'm in. And I totally respect it. I totally get that I have limitations, and I'm good with that. Okay, guys, did I use a sand dollar? I did not. I have to use a sand dollar because where I grew up, we have sand dollars. So, and it was always such a joy to find a sand dollar on the beach. So, all right, I am totally happy with my next week as well. I am very, very thankful, and I will come back with the dates. I am very thankful for the opportunity to get to go to the coast, to get to take my husband to do something that he absolutely loves and adores. And yeah, so, and I'm even thinking I may be doing my Zoom from the coast. And I may, if it's not too windy, I could even do it on the front porch. Wouldn't that be fun? All right, friends. So I hope you've enjoyed this. This is what's going on in my life. This is my plan for this week and next week. This will not go up until until this Monday, because this coming week we have our Bible journaling camp, so I'm not going to be posting any of this. I will put pictures up on Instagram. I'm pretty sure that's my goal right now, so we'll see how it works out. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm really working better to getting everything posted in all the different places. It is a challenge for sure. But all of the Bible journaling camp, by the time you see this, will be on my website, josephinesdesigns.com. And if any of you missed anything on YouTube, you are very welcome to watch it here. You can watch it there. I will also be posting, hopefully, I've got to figure out if I can put links on the website to the ministry where I have all of our freebies for our camp. So that will be after camp. You'll get to have access to it after camp. Not everything. You won't get the kit, of course, that I mailed out. But there will be links for you guys to hopefully, if I can figure it out. If I can't, then all I can do is send you to the website. But it's an amazing, amazing ministry that does amazing things. So I just want to make sure that we support them. I believe it's Visual Faith Ministries. Yeah. Anyways, it's through the Methodist Church, and we are in Bible journaling. We are so thankful because that makes not only are there devotionals there, but it also makes it affordable, guys. There's literally things you can print out on sticky back paper for that. And today I got to figure out how to print out. So, all right. Speaking of which, I need to call my daughter and see if she can print me some things out. All right, guys, I pray your day is blessed, creative, and lovely. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys as much as I love you. God loves you so much more. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, share this with anyone. It helps the channel, and it's free to you. It is free to you. Please. As we look closer at retiring, I'll have to look at, can I afford to keep doing this? Can I put down links for support? All of that. So, all right, friends, I guess my boyfriend's coming in. I'll talk to you soon. Love y'all.